Have you ever felt like being single was a waiting room? A place you stay until your real life begins. Society often tells us this story. It whispers that our worth is tied to having someone by our side. But what if we started to see this season differently? What if this time of being on your own is not a pause but a sacred journey? This is not a time of lack. It is a time of becoming. It is a special chapter. The divine or whoever you subscribe to has written just for you, filled with opportunities you might miss if you are only looking for the next person to walk into your life. It is an invitation to come home to yourself. This journey of singleness is a unique and precious gift. It is a quiet space where you can finally hear your own heart. Think of it as a holy stillness. In the rush of life, we often lose touch with who we truly are. We get busy trying to be what others expect us to be. But when you are alone, the noise fades away. You are left with just you. And in that quiet, you can begin to ask the important questions. What makes you feel alive? What are your deepest dreams? This is a time to explore your own soul without anyone else's opinion clouding your view. It is a chance to build a foundation that is strong and true. I remember times when the loneliness felt like a heavy blanket. It was easy to believe the lie that something was wrong with me. The feeling of being uninvited to the world of couples can be so painful. But then, I started to shift my perspective. I began to see this season not as a rejection, but as a divine appointment. It was an appointment with myself. It was a chance to heal the broken places inside me that I had been ignoring for too long. This time is not meant to break you. It is meant to build you into the person you were always created to be, strong and whole on your own. So, let's reframe this journey together. Let's call it what it is, a sacred season. This is not about waiting for a partner to complete you. You are already complete in God's eyes. This is about discovering the fullness of who you are right now, in this very moment. It is about learning to stand tall on your own 2 feet, rooted in love and acceptance for the wonderful person you are. This is your time to grow, to heal, and to become so deeply connected to yourself that you radiate a light that no one can dim. Your journey is beautiful and important, right here and right now. What does it truly mean to love yourself? It sounds simple, but it is one of the hardest and most important things we can ever learn to do. Self-love is not about being selfish or proud. It is about offering yourself the same grace, compassion, and kindness that you so freely give to others. It is looking in the mirror and seeing a person worthy of love, not because of what you do or who you are with, but simply because you exist. It is about accepting your flaws, celebrating your strengths, and forgiving yourself when you fall short. It is a gentle and steady practice. For those of us in a season of singleness, self-love is the anchor that keeps us steady. When you do not have a partner to affirm you, you must learn to affirm yourself. You must become your own source of comfort and encouragement. This is where the real work begins. It is about silencing the inner critic that tells you you are not enough. It is about replacing those lies with the truth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Self-love fills the empty spaces that loneliness tries to carve out. It reminds you that your value does not decrease based on your relationship status. You are whole all by yourself. Think of self-love as planting a seed in your own heart. At first, it is small and fragile. You have to be intentional about caring for it. You water it with kind words. You give it sunlight by celebrating your small victories. You protect it from the weeds of comparison and self-doubt. It takes time and patience, Some days it will feel like nothing is growing. But if you continue to tend to it, that little seed will sprout. It will grow into a strong and beautiful tree, providing you with shade and comfort for the rest of your life. This is the foundation you build during your single season. This journey starts with a simple choice. It is the choice to be on your own side. It is the decision to stop waiting for someone else to come and rescue you and to start rescuing yourself. It is about speaking to yourself with the same tenderness you would use with a dear friend. When you make a mistake, you can say, "It's okay." We all make mistakes. When you feel lonely, you can wrap your own arms around yourself and say, "I am here for you." This is not just a nice idea. It is a powerful act of healing. It is how you begin to find fulfillment from within. Practicing self-love is like tending to a garden. It requires daily attention to different parts of your being, your body, your mind, and your heart. Let's start with your body. It is the physical home God gave you. How are you treating it? This is not about achieving a perfect shape or size. It is about nourishment and respect. Move your body in ways that feel good, whether it is a gentle walk, a dance class, or stretching in your living room. Feed it with food that gives you energy and makes you feel strong. Get enough rest so you can wake up refreshed. Taking care of your body is a beautiful act of self-respect. Next, we must tend to the garden of our minds. What thoughts are you allowing to grow there? Are they thoughts of hope and truth? Or are they weeds of fear and negativity? You have the power to choose what you focus on. Fill your mind with things that inspire you. Read books that lift your spirit. Listen to music that makes you feel joyful. Unfollow social media accounts that make you feel less than. Be intentional about protecting your mental space. Your thoughts shape your reality, so make sure you are planting good seeds. This is a vital part of finding peace in your singleness. And then there is the most tender part of the garden, your heart. Your heart holds all of your emotions, your past hurts, and your future hopes. Tending to your heart means allowing yourself to feel everything without judgment. If you feel sad, let yourself be sad. If you feel lonely, acknowledge that feeling. Do not push it away. Find healthy ways to process these emotions. You can write in a journal, talk to a trusted friend or counselor, or spend time in prayer. Your heart needs to be heard. When you give it the attention it deserves, you make space for healing and joy to enter. Putting this all together creates a life of beautiful self-care. It could look like taking yourself on a date to a coffee shop. It might mean setting aside one evening a week just for you, with no interruptions. It could be learning to say no to things that drain you and yes to things that fill you up. These are not selfish acts. They are necessary practices for a healthy and whole life. When you are single, you have the incredible opportunity to build these habits without compromise. You are learning to be the caregiver of your own soul, a skill that will serve you for a lifetime. This sacred season of singleness is more than just a time for self-care. It is a time for self-discovery. This is your chance to uncover your unique purpose. With fewer distractions and obligations to a partner, you have the freedom to explore what truly sets your soul on fire. What are the gifts and talents that God has placed inside you? What are the passions that you have put on the back burner for too long? Now is the time to pull them forward. This is not about finding something to pass the time. It is about connecting with the very reason you were created. Your purpose gives your life meaning. Start by getting curious about yourself. Try new things. Take that art class you have always thought about. Volunteer for a cause that matters to you. Learn a new language or how to play an instrument. You might discover a passion you never knew you had. Do not be afraid to be a beginner. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to explore. Each new experience is a clue that leads you closer to understanding your purpose. As you step out in faith and try new things, you will begin to see a path unfold before you, a path that is uniquely yours. Your purpose is often found where your greatest passions meet the world's greatest needs. What breaks your heart? What problem in the world do you wish you could solve? The answer to these questions can point you toward your calling. Maybe you have a heart for helping the elderly, for mentoring young people, or for creating beauty through art. Your purpose does not have to be some grand world-changing mission. It can be found in the small, everyday acts of love and service. Using your gifts to serve others is one of the most fulfilling things you can ever do, and it will fill your life with deep joy. As you embrace this journey, remember that being single is not a problem to be solved. It is a season to be lived fully and deeply. It is a sacred time to fall in love with yourself and to discover the beautiful purpose God has for your life. When you are rooted in self-love and walking in your purpose, you become a whole and complete person. You are not half of a whole waiting for someone else. You are a masterpiece, complete and beautiful, right here and now. Let this season be a time of becoming the best version of yourself, a person so full of life and love that you shine brightly for all to see.